Hi, everyone. My name is Paul Herrera, and I am the Government Affairs Director for the Inland Gateway Association of Realtors. Now, you might be wondering what I do and why Tigar needs a government affairs representative. The reality is that just about everything that you do as a realtor is in some way touched by government. The reason that the RPA is God knows how many pages today, 17, 18. The reason every single initial here and sign here and disclosure document exists is because either somebody passed a law someplace or somebody got sued over some situation that came up. It's also the reason that we have to address issues such as taxes, point of sale requirements in some communities. We're constantly trying to find and address issues that are either could be addressed by government or being created by government. Usually it's the second. And so property tends to be one of the favorite targets, unfortunately, of particularly our state government. There are a couple of things that I really want to cover with you guys. One, I'm your advocate. My role, technically, I'm your lobbyist. I'm the person that interfaces with local government, with state government via CAR, with the federal government via NAR. And we're really in the role of a problem-solving institution. We're not a political organization. We obviously have to engage in politics because politics are part of what, how these issues are addressed. That is the language that our government speaks. However, our role is not political. Our role is to try to problem solve on behalf of our members, yourselves, and your clients. And you will run into issues from time to time that may require a little intervention, maybe getting the attention of somebody to go grab a piece of paper that they're not currently addressing. So let me give you a few examples. I personally focus at the local level, cities and counties within the region. Tigar operates in about 7 or 8 cities with a focus on 4 or 5, primarily, Corona, Eastville, Norco, Grupo Valley. But the reality is that whenever you are functioning just about anywhere in the Inland Empire, I can be your one call. So if you're working with clients out to the Coachella Valley, into San Bernardino County, most of that, basically anywhere in the Inland Empire other than the high deserts and Southwest Riverside County, I'm the person you can contact, and I'm probably the person responsible for that region. The reason is because I also work with 3 other organizations, and so therefore I have firsthand knowledge of those areas. If it's an area that's outside of my personal jurisdiction, still feel free to give me a call. I'll talk to one of my colleagues and get you a hand in that area if it's something that we can help out with. Now, as an association, one of the things that we really have to work on constantly is making sure that our state and federal elected officials are aware of the challenges that often they're posing or proposing to pose, and other times might be able to help us better address. Right now is year 1 of a 2-year legislative cycle, and as you probably know, there's a governor's recall election that is coming up. All of that is affecting the issues that we address. California has long sought more sources of revenue, i.e. taxes. So we have to repeatedly explain to state government why adding additional taxes to real estate and to home ownership is a poor idea. Obviously, affordability is one of our main concerns. If you guys are working in the field with buyers, you know the challenges that they're facing in terms of being able to afford just about anything, anywhere to live. And throwing additional costs, such as additional taxes to a state that's receiving record revenues in the past year, despite COVID, despite everything we're facing, is not the world's greatest idea when we're not doing enough to address affordability in the state in general. Now, as new members, I know some of you have been part of realtor organizations in the past, but if you're brand new to it, I hope you will sign up to get our realtor alerts, realtor party alerts, and I hope you'll be able to respond. What really makes us effective as an organization, being able to convince local, state, and federal lawmakers, is the fact that our members are so involved. We're really the only private sector organization that can have the impact that we do because of the numbers, because of your engagement. And so we really do welcome your engagement. You will see from time to time that we ask our members to make phone calls to state lawmakers or to members of Congress, we're asking you to call their offices and register your support or opposition to a piece of legislation, a bill that's coming up. From time to time, this may even happen at the local level. Fortunately, we have really good insight into our local government, and so usually I can just handle that with a handful of phone calls and meetings and face-to-face discussions with city council members, supervisors, and others. But when you get to state and federal level, you're really looking at a number of other organizations that are on the other side of some of the issues that we're working on. So that's when we really need your help. We need you guys to pick up the phone, and I swear to you, it's the easiest thing ever. You'll get an alert from us asking, please contact Senate member so-and-so and ask her to vote no on AB 123. So you pick up the phone, you give them a call, and you say, hi, my name is John Smith I live in Corona. I'm a realtor with the Inland Gateway Association Realtors, and I'm calling to oppose AB 123. Person on the other side of the phone will say, thank you so much for your call, jot it down. You may have some talking points. You may add those. They'll be very, very quick, we promise. But really what they want to hear is the voices of individuals. And if you're following the issues that we're working on, and I hope you will, they might have a question as to, oh, how's this affect you guys? Chances are they won't. Chances are they will just say, thank you for your call. As you get more involved with our association, you may be part of some of the most important meetings that we have with members of Congress, where we need members to explain how this issue is specifically affecting their lives, their clients' lives. Those personal stories, frankly, mean a lot more than any political activity, campaign money, or anything else that we're going to be involved in. That makes a huge difference when a lawmaker who is spending a lot of time in DC or Sacramento is hearing from a constituent in the district saying, hey, I live in Eastvale, and let me explain why this is important to me and how it affects me. So the more you engage, the more you will know about new laws, how they're going to affect you, the more you will help shape the new laws so that they hopefully affect you in a good way, or we remove some of the worst impacts of those new laws that are constantly being proposed. You may think, well, is there one or two things I need to know? There are literally hundreds of new laws that are proposed with every legislative cycle at the state level. Dozens, sometimes hundreds at the federal level, usually in the hundreds. There are going to be item after item on an unknowable schedule that come up at the local level as well. We have to track things such as budgets, because when city budgets or county budgets come undone, guess who they're coming to for revenue to try to pay off those bills? It's the people who are invested in community, i.e. property owners, often homeowners, because that is a source that they can tap into if they are not doing a good job of maintaining their budgets. Fortunately, we haven't had too much of a problem with that. Stay tuned. We'll see how Riverside County comes out of the current scenario and how cities come out of some of the fiscal challenges that they face. But for the last 20 years, we've done reasonably well. So the more you get involved, the more effective we are, the better we can do for you and your clients. The more we can avoid the worst impulses, and there are some not great impulses from elected officials and bureaucratic leaders of our government, and the more we can get accomplished together. I urge all of you to support the Realtor Action Fund. The Realtor Action Fund helps to pay for all this. It helps pay for the research, for the policy development, for the engagement, for all the work we have to do in order to try not to have government become a living nightmare sitting on top of your transaction. And lastly, if you're able to get involved with our Local Government Relations Committee, our LGR committee, that group is really what informs what I do. We are a member-driven organization. I am your hired representative, but that's my primary role, not to create the direction of the organization, but to listen to you guys, see what's going on, ask questions, and then interface with government so that we're doing the best job possible to do what needs to be done for you guys. Our Local Government Relations Committee meets usually on the third Thursday of each month. Sometimes that can vary a little bit, right after the breakfast meeting, about 9:30 a.m., maybe a few minutes after if it goes late. We meet for about an hour each month. And if you're part of our LGR committee, there's a good chance we'll be able to have you join us in Sacramento next time we're there, which should be next May for our legislative day. So if you want to be more involved, you want to learn more, or if you just want to give me a call and ask a question about anything that's going on or provide your input, please feel free to give me a call. My cell phone number is 951-500-1222. Again, 951-500-1222. My email address is paul@tigard.org. I welcome your calls. I welcome your emails. I don't hear enough from members, and I really enjoy the conversations I have with you guys. So thank you for joining Tigard. Thank you for being part of our organization. And I look forward to hearing from each and every one of you. Hopefully seeing some of you guys join our committees and becoming part of our team. So thank you so much. Take care.